Welcome back to the Trusted Visions podcast. Today, we're doing something a little bit different. I'm sure you've never seen me, never met me, but my name is Jon Achilles, and we're going to take a little personal look into the Trusted Visions team. So, with that, I want to welcome Jeremy as well. Jeremy, how are you today?
I am great. To our audience, for all the bad things that Stacy and I say about background and time, this is Jon Achilles, our head of marketing. So make sure you comment and give him as much grief as possible. But we truly value being part of the team, John. You know, we just kid around.
Somebody's got to keep this machine going. Well, back to our topic though. Wanted to get a little more personal viewpoint of what goes on at Trusted Vision. So, Jeremy, tell me about your background. What got you into the financial services industry, and what is your background? I know you've been around for quite a while.
Good question. So it's funny. Back in 2001, I was a college recruiter for a private college, and I absolutely hated it. I hated the high pressure sales of get a $25 application fee. And a good friend of mine, I won't mention his name, called me up and said, "Hey, there's this broker dealer that's looking for a recruiter." And I said, "Bill, I don't even know what a broker dealer is, and I have no desire to be a recruiter." He goes, "Well, do me a favor and just go meet with this firm." And so I went and met with Tom Oliver, the president and CEO of United Planners back in 2001, met with the people, had a great day. And at the end of the day, he sat down with me and said, "So, Jeremy, what do you think?" And I said, "Tom, I got to be honest with you. I love the people. I think the people are great. I think the firm's great, but I hate sales." And he said, "Jeremy, if you take this position, I don't want you to sell anything." He said, "I want you to make 100 dials a day for the next 2 years, never mislead or misguide anybody, act with the highest level of integrity and ethics and transparency, and you'll be successful from that point forward." And those were words that stuck by me. And so I started my career in 2001 with United Planners, was there for until 2006 when the Pacific Life Network of broker dealers was sold to LPL, and decided to look around and join Schwab Institutional on the RIA side. Spent a couple years there, which was a great experience learning the RIA space. And then they made some territory realignments. So was searching for other opportunities, took a position with Next Financial, which we had great success. Unfortunately, some Reg D products put a hindering on that. And so after that, I joined Securities America. Spent 7 years with Securities America, had a great opportunity or a great success there, and really enjoyed it. But I was offered an executive position. It meant me leaving Arizona after 20 years and leaving my family and uprooting my family to Texas to join a firm by the name of First Global and lead that business development team. After several points within the interview process of asking, "Hey, is there any desire to be bought or sold?" Because I was in a good environment with Securities America where I didn't have to leave. I was one of their top recruiters. 9 months later, they had been sold. And so that caused a lot of disruption. But I left First Global in 2018 and started Trusted Visions. Actually, I left First Global in 2019 and started Trusted Visions in July of 2019.
Okay. So 18 years in corporate America and off to Trusted Visions. So what did you want to do with Trusted Visions from a recruiting standpoint that differentiated it from any other third-party recruiter?
Great question. And for me, I had worked with many third-party recruiting firms throughout my 18-year career in corporate America, and some are great, some not so great. But what I really wanted to differentiate Trusted Visions on was a few different things. Is a lot of third-party recruiting firms just go out there and throw your name as a financial advisor or an OSJ out to several broker dealers and say, "Hey, John, let us know when you close so I can invoice the broker dealer." And I wanted to differentiate ourselves in that we are very hands-on in the process. I don't take it lightly that any one of our clients, I don't care how small or big, are trusting their livelihoods in our hands. And so we are very hands-on. We're on every call. We're on every demo. We attend the home office visits. And the reason for that is not to micromanage the process, but to really make sure we're asking the questions you don't know to ask, don't think to ask, or don't want to offend somebody by asking. The second reason was that we're so hands-on is, I mean, these broker dealers, they're going to tell you all the good stuff. They're not going to necessarily tell you the negative stuff. And so we don't want to have any surprises, or you to have any surprises once you affiliate with them, because no broker dealer is perfect, quite honestly. The second thing is we've really carved out a niche, and we've had great success, John, as you know, early on with working with large groups, and we're very hands-on in that process. We do a lot of unique things in terms of tracking those advisors and where they're how they're progressing through, how to communicate to your advisors about a potential move. And then we even give back financially to those OSJs once they move, if they work with us, to help them recruit going forward so they can hit the ground running. I would say those are the biggest differentiators with Trusted Visions. In addition to that, we didn't go out and sign every broker dealer out there just to say we have an agreement. We wanted to really look at broker dealers that we felt like we could do business with, because when I was with some firms, we had hundreds of third-party recruiting agreements, but we didn't even know who these people were. And I would say every one of our broker dealer partners knows exactly who we are and how hands-on we are in the process, because in addition to being hands-on for our advisors, we want our broker dealer partners to really feel good when they're writing us a check, whether it's a 5-figure check, a 6-figure check, that we earned every dime of that versus just giving them a name.
Right. Well, I know that working with larger groups has certainly been an area that, to me, being newer in the industry, was a little bit intimidating. But you've had some success in that area. Tell me about those.
Yeah, you know, it really goes back to my experience in the industry, and really not going out and selling anything to any of these advisors that I've recruited over the 23 years I've been in the industry, but really building relationships with them. So we had great success in early 2020. We placed our first $1 billion plus team. And that was through relationships that I had built over the years. And then later in 2020, we placed another $1 billion plus team. And then we were fortunate in 2021 to place another $1 billion team. Now, we've had a lot of singles and doubles, as people would call it in the industry, of working with advisors, whether they're individual advisors or large groups. But we've really carved out a niche and an appreciation amongst our clients of, we're not going to steer them in the wrong direction. And they understand we are one of few firms out there that actually don't accept getting paid more from any one firm than the other. And so I think that's really built trust amongst the industry with our clients, and even clients that reach out to us on a daily basis. And we're working with several $1 billion plus teams today that are exploring their options. And it's not a pushy environment. It's more of, hey, let's go out there and see what's out there. And if it makes sense for you, then you can make the move. If it doesn't, at least you know what's out there. And one other thing I forgot to add about differentiating us, John, is our clients will tell you, and my family will tell you, I am available 24/7. I don't care if you call, text, or email me at 10 o'clock at night or 6 o'clock in the morning. I am always there, because, again, I don't take it lightly that you're trusting your livelihoods in our hands.
Well, I certainly have witnessed that. I know you're not too excited about the 6 o'clock in the morning phone calls, but
Good old Pacific
sometimes
Coast.
that's what you have to do to get the job done. And I certainly appreciate that, because when somebody's making a move, they're taking a step, not just in another direction. Their whole career and livelihood is trusted in your hands, and that's certainly a heavy load to lift. So I know that you certainly don't uh, take that lightly, and don't mind receiving those calls. So
Exactly.
I appreciate that information, Jeremy. And to you viewers, we'll have more to come on getting personal with Trusted Visions. We will see you next week. Thanks, Jeremy.
Thank you.